Hey guys, so welcome back to the channel. Today's tutorial is going to be on this beautiful piece right here, how I was able to transform it from a white set MDF base to this really pretty pink set. I've had MDF projects in the past and unfortunately I failed at them, so this tutorial is about what to do properly so you don't waste your time like I did in the beginning. So without further ado, let's get into it. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and all products will be listed in the description box below. Let's get right into it, y'all. Alright, we're getting right into it. I took off all the drawers and hardware. We're just giving our project pieces a nice scuff sand with 120 grit sandpaper. This gives the primer something really nice to adhere to, as well as for the rest of our projects to go smoothly. Now you're seeing I have on my posture brace, which being in orthopedics, I really educate my patients on good posture, so I figured I should practice what I preach. Now we are just wiping off the sanding dust to prep for the next stage, was actually primer. Just got done scuff sanding it, and then we are wiped it off. Now it's time to prime it. So I realized my past mistakes with other project pieces, like similar to this material, is that if you don't prime it, like the paint is literally just gonna fall off. All that hard work, all that expensive paint that you got is just going to just fall off. And so I was watching January Vintage, and then Salvage by Katie Scott. That's Katie Scott. So I was learning from their YouTube tutorials, and it just turns out that just turns out that we just needed to prime it. The most popular ones is the Zinsser primer, the shellac based, but I couldn't find it in my store, so I ended up picking up this Kills original primer. And so yeah, we'll see how it works. Again, I couldn't find, so my local Home Depot here in town and Walmart didn't have the Zinsser shellac base. They had the Zinsser water-based primer that I used in my previous projects, but we'll see how this one does. So again, I already scuff sanded it and I cleaned it off. Now it's time for primer. This is how, again, another trick that I learned by watching YouTube is that instead of buying all those, like just the plastic trays themselves, I actually line them with foil and just pour the paint in, and I paint it, and guess what, it just like balls it up, cleans up, and guess what, you still have a pan. So that being said, let's get started. Alright, so let's get the can open. It's very important with these types of primers to give it a really good mix so that we mix the oil and the paint together, just so again everything has a good consistency as we move forward in our project. Here I am just priming the drawers first. I use like a little craft foam brush for the edges, and then I use like a I think it's like a 2-inch roller for the rest of the paints. You'll see me use these kind of interchangeably throughout the video just to prime our pieces. Now we're just priming the rest of our pieces outside. The fumes got pretty strong inside, so I decided to move everything outside. Plus it was beautiful, so the sun helped me dry up all my pieces today. So this is how all of our pieces look with one coat of primer on it. All I did was one coat. It didn't really need too much because it was white to begin with, and the sun definitely helped me dry all of my pieces up in less than an hour. So we are moving on to the next important step of our project, which is the scratch test, just to make sure the primer adhere well. So as long as the primer doesn't come off, that means the rest of our paint's going to adhere perfectly. Moving on to the fun part, this is my pail, which I know that y'all seen before in my past video, and in it I have Dixie Belle's apricot, which is this really pretty coral color. And these are the drawers all painted with just one coat of that Dixie Belle coral color. You can see just how beautiful it turned out. So as I continue to paint the rest of it, what I do is you'll see me mist this fine mister, and that just kind of help the chalk paint glide on the product as we move forward, especially with this extreme heat that I'm in today. It makes it have a smoother finish as well. So this is everything painted and put back in. I haven't sealed anything yet, but we're about to start our next fun process. So this is the next fun part. It's an IOD transfer. I got it off Etsy. I'll link where I got it from in my description box, but all it is literally a transfer that you just put onto your piece. So now I'm in the sun, it's easier to see. So you just line up where they're supposed to go and use painter tape just to make sure you got them lined up where you need them to go. I did make a mistake in this, but I'll show you what I did and how I'm gonna correct it the next time I go. So again, after you have it lined up where you want it to be, you pull the white backing off, and there's these little grid marks that you see on my paper. However, when you use this little cool tool that it comes with, it doesn't, like, the grid doesn't come off with it, just the actual applique, but the grids help you line it up. So as you're putting pressure onto the tool that it comes with, I'm like taking a little, lifting it off every so often just to make sure the applique sticks. And if it doesn't stick, I just go back, push it back down, and put more pressure on with my tool. So I'm repeating the same steps on the bottom, but as you can see where my mistake was made was that my appliques did not line up. So I'll know this for next time. You can see there's like an empty space in between the first and second one. However, it'll be noted for next time. Just giving a light scuff sand with 220 grit sandpaper and then sealing it with a polyacrylic. This is the final look. I hope you guys really enjoyed the tutorial. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a great one. Bye, y'all.